Chair, and I just want to say thank you to the witnesses for coming along for this grilling. And I just want to follow on from what Richard was speaking about around profit and this pharmaceutical companies. I want to sort of focus now on health inequalities and how coronavirus has exacerbated that and exposed that those people with underlying health issues are more likely to contract coronavirus and die from it. So we've received a lot of information and evidence from NGOs and civil society organisations who focus on the need for commitments, guarantees and concrete arrangements for ensuring global accessibility to vaccines, treatments and tests arising from obviously public money. So can you tell the committee, I will focus with Professor Heyman and Dr. Said, can you tell the committee what guarantees are in place to ensure that products for coronavirus produced with the assistance, of course, with public money will be made available to those who need it, irrespective of personal or national income?
Ms. Fine has just actually been setting up a new access initiative, an alliance, which working with the Global Fund and others will be able to procure and shape the market in developing countries and make sure that these goods are then delivered through proven mechanisms such as within the Global Fund, where Peter Sands, who's heading the fund, has been able to set up mechanisms that get goods to the countries, including in some instances diagnostic tests. So using that model, FIND will continue to increase its accessibility and access issues because it's clearly understood that developing countries, like our own countries, have many people with comorbidities, and those people are at greatest risk of serious illness and death. So, I just say that it's great. FIND is grateful to the partnerships that are developing around this, and that investment in these diagnostic tests is really the only tool we have at present that can help us contain outbreaks and keep that reproductive number low and keep the viral transmission suppressed. And these tests will be useful as and when and if vaccines and other therapeutics come on board as well. Thank you.
And then with respect to vaccines as part of the global access facility under the vaccines pillar, CEPI and Gavi, their core mission is to really have appropriate vaccines available to populations when and where they're needed, regardless of ability to pay and nobody being left behind. The challenge, I think, in ensuring access to a vaccine during a pandemic is fundamentally different to, say, an epidemic, which is more localized because demand is everywhere. But at the same time, also the other big challenge is the supply of any successful vaccine is likely to be insufficient to cover the entirety of the global, 7+ billion population for several years. So the premise here is that as long as there's a case of virus anywhere in the world, everyone is at risk. So it's in everybody's interest that the vaccine is made accessible based on need. And the primary objective of CEPI's access commitment is to contribute to the economic and social benefit of developing countries by securing that equitable access and making sure they are not left behind and they get their fair doses of the vaccine at the same time as everybody else. So what we've been trying to do as part of building up this sort of global access facility for COVID vaccines with Gavi is to sort of ensure that there are vaccines for low and middle income countries at the same time as everybody else, and that there isn't a monopoly just by those that can pay. Because I think the premise is, you can't just solve for one high income country's population. That will not solve the global pandemic problem. And so it's important that everybody that needs the vaccine gets it. And so we are all the work that we're doing is based on the premise of not leaving anybody behind.
Thank you very much. And as we all know, Gavi and Global Fund are proven partners, so you're on the right track. So thank you for your work.
Thank you, Kate. Can I bring in